Hey, Motorman here, and this week I've got a couple of how-tos for you. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to install this license plate holder on my police bike. This will come in handy if you have a police bike that has the rack on the back and the license plate mounts to the rack. Once you take the rack off, you've got no place to mount the license plate. Also, if you've got an Ultra and you're converting it to quick release, you're going to run into the same problem. This may seem straightforward enough, and it is pretty straightforward. It's just 2 bolts. First, you've got to take the tail light bracket off, and that's not the easiest thing. You got to crawl under the bike to do that. And then you got to make sure that these holes line up, which from my past experience isn't always the case. So you might have to do some bending, or, well, we'll see when I get under there. But I'll show you what I'm talking about. In the second part of this video, I'm going to show you how to remove deep scratches from the paint on your motorcycle or even your car. So this is the bracket, taillight bracket that's got to come off. There's, I believe, there's 2 bolts on the inside. And like I said, it's a little finicky to try to get those bolts off. It's good if you have a wrench that's got a flexible head on it. But I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. After I get this done, I'm going to show you how to get some scratches, or sometimes if you get some bird crap on your motorcycle, you've left it there for any amount of time, it eats right through the paint. I'm going to show you how to fix that, and that technique will work exactly the same if you got some scratches, even if the scratches go all the way to the primer. These are 1/2-inch bolts that you got to get off. And like I said, you don't have much room to work in there. So if you got a flex head, I think it makes it a lot easier. All right, so I've got those 2 bolts out, and I got the license plate holder right here, and I could see that it's just, the radius isn't perfect on the license plate holder, so I'm going to have to bend it a little bit. And it would be helpful if you had 2 people when you go to put the light bar back in, for somebody to hold it while you get under there and put those 2 bolts in. But I don't have somebody here to help me, so I'll do the best I can. If you see all this mess of masking tape, it's because I don't want to take any chances of scratching the new bike, so better to be safe than sorry. All right, so I got this on, and the hardest part is getting the bolt through to fit through this bracket and then into the light bar. It took me a good hour of finagling, cursing, sweating. So my recommendation is, if you're in this situation where you need one of these, don't get this type. There's another type, and I saw both of them and I chose this one. So there's another type that you don't have to remove this light bar. It actually, you take the 2 screws out over here. There's another part to this that fits inside here, and that works so much better and so much easier. I've used both types, and I can tell you, don't get this one. Both types are available on Amazon, but this type that I'm showing you right here, this is what I should have gotten. It's just a matter of taking the 2 screws out of the taillight, slipping this under, and you're good to go. Save yourself a bunch of aggravation. Take my advice. If you want to get just the license plate holder, this is the type to get. There is another option to get the license plate holder, and you buy this. This is one piece. You get the light bar, the license plate holder. The holder is actually bolted to the light bar itself. I think I got it at Revzilla or one of the aftermarket companies for about $225. This is a lot easier install. You just take off the old one and put the new one on. In fact, this is the police electric light. It came with this style, but with no license plate holder, so that's why I bought this entire piece. But I wanted to keep the Road King as stock looking as possible, so that's why I went the route I did. If I had to do it over again, like I said, I would get the other type of license plate holder that actually mounts behind the tail light. It goes on much easier, and you save yourself a lot of aggravation. All right, so I hope you can see this. This spot right here, this is bird crap left on for, a couple of hours. It actually etched the paint. So I've tried just buffing this out with some compound, some light compound, and it made it a little better, but it didn't do anything. So this etching right here, you could see that, is into the clear coat. So I'm going to start with some 2000 grit wet sandpaper, and I'm going to sand that out. And a scratch will work the same way, even if it's into the clear coat and down to the paint. It may not work if it's down to the primer, but most of the time scratches, things like that, are through the clear coat and into the base coat. So I've got this 2000 grit, wrapped it around a pad, and I'm going to lightly go over this area. Not using a lot of force. In fact, I'm using as little force as possible. Check your work often. Just wipe it off with a dry cloth and make sure that the scratch or the indentation in the paint is gone. The whole thing didn't take me more than, I would guess about 15 minutes. I looked at it, saw that the etching was still there, so went over it again. Wet that paper down one more time. Next, I'll have to remove these scratches from the 2000 grit sandpaper with 3000 grit. And here's the 3000 grit. This is just to get out the scratches that we've made with the 2000 grit. So now I'll wet the entire hood because I want to get off. This is the clear coat, and you see that white on there. We've taken a little bit of the clear coat off. There's plenty left on there, so don't panic when you see that. You need to see that get into the clear coat with that white powdery substance. I use this correction cream because as you put it down, at first it's fairly aggressive, but the more you buff it, the less aggressive it is, and it leaves a nice polished finish and gets rid of the 3000 grit little spot that you see here. I'm using an orbital buffer here, but you can do this by hand. It's just going to take a lot more pressure and probably 3 times as long. Using the buffer, wipe the residue off, and you'll see it's as good as new. And it's shiny again, and it's actually perfect. Can't see it anymore. That was our goal, to make it just like new. I'm going to put a little wax over this area here, and that's how you do it. So it's a couple of steps. If you got a deep scratch, this will, like I said, work the same way as long as it's not into the primer. If it's just into the clear coat down to the base, you can do exactly this, no matter how big or how small the scratch is. Works the same on any painted surface, your motorcycle, car, boat, whatever. I hope you learned something and hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe. And don't forget, I got openings for this Sunday's class. The weather here in Florida is perfect. I mean, it's 75 degrees and dry. Just beautiful to really learn how to ride that motorcycle. RideLikeAPro.com. Click on Classes with Motorman. Still just $150.